Right, that's me done.
Yeah. Speaking of small graphics for a small price, um, my game is Cave Dave on
Keep the.
the Game Boy Color, and it's only $1 on
Oh
itch.io.
my god, it's nothing. I mean,
It's really
nothing,
nothing.
but I mean, a game.
I actually got this game before it released from the developer, so I didn't know the price yet. So I was playing it without knowing the price, and I was enjoying myself a lot. And I was thinking, okay, I beat it before it released, so I was thinking, okay, what price should this be? Would it be free? Or I didn't ask the developer. Uh, and I thought, yeah, this is at least $5 or something. But yeah, it happens to be only one. It's made by the developer E.G. Vroom. I think you will. I think I should pronounce it like that. It's all capitals, so yeah.
Is he on our Discord as well?
Not that I know,
Okay.
but maybe I can invite him. Anyway,
Okay.
um,
Egg Vroom. Okay.
yeah, Egg Vroom.
Music by
Um,
Beat Scribe. Okay. Wow.
this game is also a 2D platformer, and he said in the mail it's a distant relative of Rick Dangerous, which is, I think, a favorite game of Matt's from Retro Asylum.
Yeah,
Um,
Diego, I think, also liked Big Dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, and it's a mix of that probably and the game Spelunky. I don't know if you know the game
Yeah.
Spelunky.
Yes.
It's a very famous roguelite game, a modern game.
Mm.
So he says, Cave Dave is a distant relative of Rick Dangerous. He's been sucked into his favorite Vita game, Spelunky. So basically, it's a sort of Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color version of Spelunky. You first start in an environment which is also called Vita. So you're sucked in the Vita world, and it really looks like Spelunky if you look, you know the graphics.
Yeah, the graphics
It,
does remind me of it. In fact, it looks like also a bit of a Pico 8 game, if you ask me.
well, that's probably because also the sprites are tiny and the colors are limited on the Game Boy Color, and also the resolution is of course quite low on the Game Boy Color. So I think you get that Pico 8 effect pretty
Very
quickly
nice. I like.
because of it. Yeah, the graphics are quite nice.
Charming.
Basic, but yeah, they're like, how do you say it? Yeah, a little bit like cartoony, but it's so small that it's almost yeah, you can make a lot out of it, but it's really recognizable and also like yeah, really readable. So that's good. So what is it? It's a procedurally generated 2D platforming roguelite. So yeah, that's a mouthful.
Okay.
The goal of the game is to go into the cave um, and go down to the bottom of the cave in a horizontal and vertical scrolling level and find the gold PSP. So like the PSP, the handheld,
Yeah.
because he apparently lost his PSP and you have to save it. That's, I think, all the story there is. um, so yeah, because of the levels are randomly generated, you also have tools to sort of mine in the levels. So you both have ropes to shoot up, and then you can climb up the rope and go onto higher levels. But you also have bombs to destroy platforms beneath you, so you can go down.
Okay.
So that's, I think, these items are really needed to get through these levels, or else you will maybe get stuck somewhere, um, because maybe there's a platform you can go pass through. You only get 5 of these though, so you have to use them sparingly, and there's some resource management involved, because when you find a PSP in the bottom of the cave, you go to the next cave, which is also randomly generated, and you don't get a refill of your bombs and ropes.
But see, if it's procedurally generated, how does he know or the author know if you're going to make it with the given bombs or and rope?
I honestly don't know how he does it,
But he does it.
but I never I maybe once had that I thought, okay, this item, like the final PSP you have to find, is behind the wall where I really need a bomb. But I had the bomb, so I could go pass through it. But I think in theory you could um, get locked into a level, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, there is also items to be found in these levels. So there is sometimes you can find a chest where there's additional ropes and bombs. So you can find 5 ropes and bombs to continue to the level.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's how you can upgrade your amount. And also there's coins in the levels. These coins, if you find all the coins in one level before you find that PSP, you have like a counter in the bottom of your screen how many coins there are
Hmm.
in that level. Sometimes there are none, so then you have always this. But if you beat that level with picking up all the coins, then you get also a bonus. I think you get 3 ropes and 3 bombs for the next level. And also in these levels there are enemies. So they are either patrolling dudes which just walk back and forth on the platform. But there are also bats which are when you pass under them, they will fly at you, and then you have to dodge them as well.
Hmm.
And there's also later there are also dudes with guns and spiders which follow you. Um, and if you can dispatch these enemies by either jumping on their head, Mario style, and it's really funny. They explode in a bloody pile, which is really odd for
Yeah,
a Game Boy game, I
I
guess,
saw it. Yeah.
but also quite funny or something. I don't
Splatch.
know. I think that's also Spelunky. I only played Spelunky maybe 5 years ago for 10 minutes, so I think that's also a very bloody game, but I'm not sure anymore. But and you can also, of course, use those bombs to dispatch the enemies. But it's maybe you have to. There's some timing involved. But also these bombs are quite rare, so you don't want to use them to kill the enemies, but more maybe get lower into the cave. So yeah, resource management again. And also you can use the ropes for the beds which are above your head. So if you shoot a rope up and it touches a bat or a spider which comes from the ceiling down, then you also kill them. So that's our 3 ways to kill enemies.
God. Okay.
Uh,
There's some
if
blocks
you
as well.
kill,
There's
sorry,
some blocks on the floor as well with a question mark. Is that a chest?
I think not. It's just a different tile in the tile set.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but yeah, there's also a lot of traps in the levels. So for example, spikes on the floor, but also spikes which shoot out of the ball or stuff like that. So those are instant kill as well. If an enemy touches you, you're dead. There's no health. There's nothing. You just die. So it's pretty brutal that way.
Hmm.
Um, so what's the goal in this game?
To reach the
If you
bottom.
reach the bottom, find the PSP, and do that 3 times in a row, and if you've done that, you beat that system. So you start with the Vita, and it's all Spelunky style in Vita graphics, quote unquote, which yeah, the G- GBC can't do Vita graphics, but it's either way, it's in that style. If you beat these three systems without dying, then you go to the next system. I think the next system is the Genesis, I think.
I just pasted like a link to a screenshot there because I was just going to ask you on this screenshot there is a SNES 1 of 3.
Right.
So I was like,
So
what is that then?
yes, so there's I think yeah, there's 12 video game systems
Oh
to
my
explore.
god! So 3 times for 12. Okay.
3 times 12. So and they're all procedure generated. So it can be that you're very unlucky and it's maybe a tougher level where there's a lot more spikes somewhere. But also, if you see a lot of spikes in front of you, maybe you go down with a bomb and maybe find another route which may be safer.
Interesting. A
Um,
bit strategic in it, this one as well.
yes, yeah, I think so. And also, if you want more ammo for your like the bombs and the ropes, you have to be yeah maybe find every coin in the level or maybe kill every enemy. But there's like a risk reward in there.
Yeah.
Um,
So if you look at
so
that screenshot that I sent you, there's a little tile with an exclamation mark. What is that?
right, because of all these systems. For example, the you sent a screenshot of the Super Nintendo system where you're in.
Yeah.
It's styled like a Super Nintendo game. So I think
But
this
what is
is
it?
like Super Mario World has these style. The coins are like Super Mario style, and these blocks are Super Mario style. But they don't do anything
Ah, they're just
special,
there.
as far as I know. They're just there just to give that the style of that system. So
Oh, I see.
yeah,
These.
there's a lot. Actually, when I was playing this, I thought, wow, all these retro systems, it's like made for us
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah.
a blast from the past, and you don't know yet which system is next. So you really want to play further to see what system is next and how the graphical style is in that way. So you have like Game Boy and you have like Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo, but also Amiga and ZX Spectrum and C64 actually.
Mm.
So and they are all installed in a game. Um, for example, when you go in the Mega Drive level, you have rings for coins. Like everything is a little
Like
bit like
Sonic.
Sonic
Yeah,
styles.
yeah. That's cool. That's cool. This is a
Uh,
cool idea, actually. I never thought about this.
right? Yeah, I really love this, and that's also sort of like a good reward to have when you get to the next level. So if you beat three caves or three levels, and you get into that next system, it unlocks like there's like a sort of overworld where you start in. It unlocks a door in the overworld, which says like the system name, for example, Game Boy, and that door is still closed, and it says um, you have to reach a certain threshold of coins to really unlock that door.
Wait, I want to know what
Um,
happens now when you unlock the door.
well, then when you die, you go directly to that system instead of
Ah,
going
starting
back
from the
into it.
beginning. Okay.
So you also have to collect coins to make it easier for yourself to go to a further system. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's basically the game. It's it's not that um, complicated.
No.
The every level, every system has maybe a bit more traps or a different enemy variation. It gets harder and harder, but
Mm-mm.
it's not an overly hard game, which I actually liked because I thought, okay, roguelites can get crazy,
Yeah,
but
it's not as complicated as Diego's games.
I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just a straight up platformer, honestly, and yeah, just a lot of like fun platforming, and I couldn't stop playing this game, and I just wanted, it was just a very addictive gameplay loop. You just want to see what system is next, and yeah, it's
Brilliant.
pretty basic,
Brilliant. Yeah.
but I love all these tile swaps. That it's just like a total different look.
Yeah, like
And
they've got a little bit of different those this NES is a bit greenish, the Genesis is a bit purple and green, the Game Boy is just all green. I like it. Yeah, it's good. Good
yeah,
idea.
um, the music, there is no music during the gameplay, which is a bit unfortunate, but maybe also helps the atmosphere of being in a cave.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. It's maybe the same case of like Tenebra, that it's like quiet, but it's maybe, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
But in the overworld thingy where you can choose the different caves, there's a nice tune playing. So there's that. Yeah. Honestly, for €1 or $1, it's an insane value and really fun game to play around, and especially if you're a fan of retro computing and see all these themes and recognize all these different games. Honestly, I don't know what they choose for ZX Spectrum style. I didn't recognize that game
Color
because I'm
Clash
not.
or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the colors I recognize. It's like really
Be black.
black with fluorescent color, but I don't know what game they themed it around. But yeah, and if you beat it, you even get
A real PlayStation beat.
a special code to unlock a secret world.
Oh. Oh, that's what
So
they say, a
yeah,
secret system. Okay.
yeah, which
Nice.
is well, you have to check that out, I
Nice.
guess.
Interesting one. Ah, yeah. Well found, this one. Well spotted. I like this
Yeah,
idea. So that was a Game Boy Color game, $1 on each. I see. Thalamus Digital. Okay, so they're doing that. I didn't know. Okay. In-
yeah, and especially that procedurally generated levels. I don't think I've ever seen that on the Game Boy. So pretty impressive. It doesn't load long. There's like a little loading screen before you go into a level, but it's really short
No,
because it has to generate a level. And they're all beatable for me. I never got stuck in a level. So yeah, maybe because I was pretty careful with using resources.
nice, nice. I like it. I like this. Oh my god. Yeah. Right. Well done. I like this
Cool.
game as well. We're bringing good games
Great.
recently.
There's so many good games now.
uh,